Welcome back everyone to the channel. In today's video, it's going to be me and Louie doing a 1v1 at SB Raceway. As the green flag drops, you can see that Louie is in pole position, but the battle is already starting. This is the race where we had the best kart balance, which means that he's a little bit heavier than me, and that means that he needs a bit of a stronger engine or a bit of a better kart, and this is the best combination that we had so far that night. But as you can see, already going into turn number 1, I do have a better line. I think I do send it down the inside here. Not trying to bump him off, trying to be as fair as possible. But these are rental karts, so you're going to see definitely some interesting moments at times. You can see I do get a bad exit there. I wash wide and I get out of the rubber and lose momentum, especially in the 4-stroke karts. It's always important to have momentum. But I do gain it back here in the last corner. Louie does wash very, very wide, and it lets me go and send it down the inside. And there I go back into P1. Well, back into P1. It was my first time in P1. This was our last race of the evening, so we did have some practice on the karts. As you can see, Louie bumps me off, and he is back into P1 now. We were just having fun, honestly, nothing too competitive, but always when you say that, you want to be as competitive as possible. Me doing a little bit of aggressive maneuver there, trying to go back into the racing line. I was pushing, and so was he. A little difference here in the lines that we're taking. I open up the corner more and then take a tighter line. I don't know which one's better, which one's worse. I do carry less momentum, probably less overall speed, but I do get better exits. Going here into lap, I think 3 or 4, I believe. Louie makes a mistake, loses the rears under braking. I try to hang it out around the outside, but it doesn't really work out to my favor. The road just ends there. As you can see, again, we have a little bit difference in our lines. I do take it a little bit more narrow. I love turn 1. Turn 1 is fun. You're just flying into the first corner with lots of speed. You just got to make sure you maintain the rear grip and don't wash wide. As you can see, I'm already right behind Louie's right away. I mean, we had a really good battle. I think the whole 9-10 minutes, however long this video is. I almost send it down the inside here. I almost wash him into the barrier, but I stick it and then I take P1 back. That was a pretty good move for me. That was pretty cool to watch. Let me give you a little bit of a guide here around this track. The tracks are fun. I mean, the kart is fun to drive. The track is also a pretty good track. It's pretty high speed, especially because it's indoors, so all the barriers are really close, and you can really feel the sense of speed. Especially that's what I'm trying to do here, capturing it on my GoPro. I started on my DJI Action 5. I try to give you the best FOV and the best POV possible, so you can feel like you guys are there too. Let's start a lap here and let's kind of discuss it. Going into the lap, you want to have the most high speed going into turn number 1. You don't want to wash too wide, or else you get out of the rubber and then you wash wide into the barrier. You want to brake your trail brake, barely kiss the apex, open up for this corner, focus on the exit speed. Don't do what I did there. I hit the barrier and I kind of killed all my momentum. Louie's gonna push me here from behind. I'm not sure if he's gonna push through, but you want to honestly prioritize momentum here. Let's see if I do it any better. That was actually a really good turn 1. I'm gonna trail brake here into turn 2. That was even better than the last lap. Here, trail brake. That was better. That was cleaner. As you can see, the momentum didn't drop. And then here, slightly tap the right barrier. I had a bit of oversteer there, overcorrection, and that kind of killed my momentum. Almost wiped myself out on that right barrier as well. Yeah, the lap is not too difficult. It's a pretty quick lap, and it's pretty simple karting basics. Louie sends it down the inside. I don't think I anticipated him to do that. But there you go. Louie's back in P1. We were fighting the whole time, which is why I wanted to post this video. It's a pretty good battle. Louie's a great driver, and I myself am not too bad. We're gonna see. Let's analyze like the difference between me and him. For some reason, it always misses that corner. But I think he was just making mistakes and braking too late or too hard. He does carry more speed in, but then I always come out of the exit. It could be also because of I'm lighter by like 10-15 pounds, and that might be also helping me. So you know, we can't make the karts perfectly equal. It's never gonna be like that. He did have the faster motor. That's what they told us. So he had the faster motor, but I felt like his car also handled better. Which it doesn't really matter. You know, this is anyways rental karts. We're just having a lot of fun. It already starts to matter, all this stuff, the weight and power ratio when you're already outdoor karting, especially in the 2 strokes. You can see it always washes wide there for some reason, and I think I wanted to just switch back, but the time goes away from me, and there was not enough time for me to go down the inside there. I compromised my entrance speed to get a better exit speed. You can see I'm right on his tail already. Going to turn 1, he does go a little bit wide, and I do gain like a 10th there. I think I do send him down the inside. He overreacts, he leaves me a lot of space, but he's going to get the corner, he's going to get positioned back because I wasn't far enough alongside him, and then he just took the inside line there. He is oversteering, he is struggling as well. I think I get a pretty good run here on him, but I don't have enough momentum to send it down the inside. Let's see what I do here. Thinking about it. Again, Louie is making mistakes. Louie has a pretty rough entrance. You can see his cart hopping. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Let's see. I open up the corner a little bit, lose some entrance speed, prioritize exit speed. You can see I'm gonna get here really close. I think I even bumped him a little bit. Oh, I think I cheated. I bumped him out of the way. So yeah, that's not really a great maneuver. You guys don't want to be doing that. It's not really fair racing. But yeah, we're back in P1. Let's see. I'm doing pretty much the same stuff, trying to minimize on mistakes as well, because the more mistakes you make, the more your lap time is going to increase, and of course you don't want that. You want to be as perfect as possible. But I'm doing a pretty good job here trail braking. That was not a good job. I kept doing that. I think I anticipated less grip, and there was more grip in this cart than I thought. Louie gives me the little bump there, which I didn't really appreciate it, but I think I had still more speed than him. That was pretty fast. Like, this is crazy. Turn number 1 is crazy here at SB Raceway. Definitely recommend you guys to come out here and try it out yourselves. It's pretty fun, and it's also gas carts. It's different than K1 speed. Complete different philosophy around how you drive the cart, and different techniques for sure. The rear slide so much more here than K1 speed. K1 speed has a lot more understeer, but here it's a much better balance within the go-kart. Yeah, we're in P1. Louie's trying to get me, and he only gets closer to me when I make mistakes, which is pretty obvious. We have, I don't know, a couple of minutes left here. I don't even remember how this race plays out, but we're doing pretty good here in P1. We've mastered turn 1 pretty well. Turn 2 is also, I've been doing pretty consistent. Here I did tap the inside for a little bit, probably too much. Wash wide here on the exit as well. This sequence also has been already pretty dialed down. I wasn't making too many mistakes. This part was sketchy. Like, if you get it wrong, you're gonna hit that right barrier really hard and you're gonna kill yourself, especially if there's somebody behind you. And that was a big mistake for me. Don't do that, guys. And Louie capitalized on it. He almost spun me around and he acknowledged it, but you know, we were just having fun. It wasn't really that of a biggie. I knew I was gonna catch him either way. I think I was a little bit faster than Louie. This night in particular, I think I was 2/10 faster than him when we set our fastest laps. But again, it's not really a great fair comparison because the carts are all different, and also he's heavier than me. A couple laps left here, and I'm like, I want to win. I want to have bragging rights tonight. And again, you can see the difference in our lines. Don't know which one's better, which one's worse, because we end up pretty much exiting the same. I do have a tighter turn 1, it does help me. I do open up the corner better. You can see I don't send it down the inside, and actually Louie does a pretty good job of placing his cart in the middle of the track. Let's see what happens here. Pretty close. I'm pretty close to him. I'm like trying to prioritize exit speed. I'm trying to get, let's see if I sent it down the inside here. I'm not sure. Nope, I'm too far back. Louie's actually making less mistakes now. If you guys can pretty much observe, Louie is doing better. He does lose a little bit of speed there. I do hit the barrier too hard, and I do tap him wide. Oh gosh, that was on me. I obliterated him. I absolutely sent him to the moon. But it's okay. I think he's gonna catch me back here. I'm not sure. Even if he doesn't, he did it to me a couple times too, so it's kind of like payback. That's a pretty good lap. It's like a pretty good lap. Turning. One thing I will say is you guys have to adapt to the cart as best as you can, because some of them are gonna understeer more, some are gonna oversteer more. I think that was the checkered flag, and whatever happens right now doesn't really matter. But we're still racing. I'm still racing at least, and I do send it back down the inside. I think Louie was just he thought the race was over, so I wasn't really fighting back. But I'm going, and then I realized here that, oh, never mind, I gotta stop, and then that's it. The race is over. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I talked a lot, rambled a lot, but it was a fun race. Louie is a great driver, and this is a pretty great track and a pretty good kart to drive as well. So if you like these types of videos, let me know down in the comments down below. Subscribe, like. I will be posting more content, and hope you guys enjoyed. See you soon.